Hello and welcome to another episode of History with Andy Ackright. I'm Andy Ackright. Today I am at the Cave Spring Nature Park and Historical Site. It is on the Register of Historic Places, and it is a spot on the three trails. We've got the California, the Oregon, and the Santa Fe Trail coming through right here, and this is known as a place of significance. Now, an interesting thing is, in another video I have the Rice Tremonti house and Aunt Sophie's cabin. That's less than a mile to the north of us. And we're about 2 miles east of Swope Park. So Raytown, Missouri, and here we are, Cave Springs Park, Rice Tremonti house, less than a mile north. And it is a beautiful place to go walking. Some nice places to sit and rest and enjoy nature. Now, the Rice Tremonti house was known as a place to stop on the Santa Fe Trail, one of the first stops, where you could get food, you could trade and all that. This was a place to get water. Now, the Cave Springs, obviously we're gonna see a cave and we're gonna see a spring. It is estimated that it used to be able to produce up to 200,000 gallons of water a day. Now, this land that we're walking on here would have been Osage territory. In 1821, Missouri becomes a state. We start trading with Mexico. When Bucknell comes down, he's exploring, he finds this, comes back, and then the American government makes a treaty with the Osage in 1825 so that this route is protected, so that people can travel on it. In 1836, the family of Jesse Barnes establishes a settlement here. So now people can stay at that location. They can even stay in the house. They can get clothes and belongings and all that. And you think a mile isn't that far. Well, it's not, but if you're carrying your whole life with you, it kind of is. Now, here at Cave Springs Park, they do have interpretive centers and activities for groups like Boy Scouts and classes and all that. We're gonna keep that spot in mind right over here, okay? Now, the Osage would move to Kansas and then move to Oklahoma, where they would then settle. And it was about 1872, and you just had the quote-unquote white settlers here on this land. Now, the spring does not produce 200,000 gallons of water every day like it used to. It flooded a church across the street, so that's a shame that they decided, because they built a church across the street and it flooded, that they would stop up the aquifer, which is like an underground lake, water tower, if you will, that they can draw from. Now, the opening would have been much larger. It's been eroded, it's limestone, and you could have gone in approximately 23 feet on one side and 9 on the other. But here we are, Cave Springs. So you can see the water is still flowing. Obviously not the 200,000 gallons. And they've closed it up inside, but you can go in. So we'll take a couple steps. So they've obviously sealed up the cave each way. But water's still coming out of the ground, and if you've seen the video on the spring house in Mission, Kansas, you'll see that the water's still coming out of the ground. and it's still cold to the touch. So you have settlers who are traveling the trail, and what's better than some nice, cold, clean water? And here it is, Raytown, Missouri, that they've preserved this area. Cave Spring Park. The Barnes Enclosure where the Jesse Barnes family lived. This has been another episode of History with Andy Eckrich. I hope you enjoyed it.